Hello. Welcome to the Formula 1 Encyclopedia channel. If you like Formula 1, consider subscribing to the channel to receive more information and news. Let's talk about the 1953 Formula 1 season, my friends. It was the fourth time that the FIA organized everything, and what an incredible season it was, right? Our beloved Italian Alberto Ascari, driving for the Ferrari team, took the championship title and left everyone thrilled. Now let's talk about how the races of the season went. Race 1. My friends, let's talk about the Formula 1 Argentine Grand Prix held in Buenos Aires on January 18, 1953. This was the opening stage of the season, and it already left everyone speechless. Our dear Italian Alberto Ascari rocked the track and completed no less than 7 consecutive victories, a historic feat that lasted for 60 years until it was surpassed by Sebastian Vettel in 2013. How exciting, right? Just imagine the crowd's excitement, Ascari's racing heart, the sound of the engines, and the adrenaline pumping through every turn. That's what makes Formula 1 such a special and unforgettable sport, capable of leaving marks in history and in the memory of all fans. Let's remember this incredible race and continue cheering for our favorite drivers, always united by the passion for speed and talent on the tracks. Race 2. Friends, let's talk about the 37th edition of the Indianapolis 500, held at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway on May 30, 1953. In addition to being a historic race, this edition was also the second stage of the Formula 1 World Championship, with drivers from all over the world competing for the title. And who came out on top in this close competition? It was the American Bill Vukovich, who crossed the finish line in first place, much to the delight of the fans who cheered loudly. How exciting! The Indianapolis 500 has always been one of the biggest events in world motorsport, with all the tradition and charm of the American circuit. And Vukovich's victory in this edition only reinforced the importance and passion that this race arouses in all of us, lovers of speed and adrenaline. Let's continue to follow and cheer for our favorite drivers, always united by the emotion of motorsport. Race 3. Did you follow the Dutch Grand Prix of Formula 1, which took place in Zandvoort on June 7, 1953, my friends? It was an electrifying and emotional race, with drivers from all over the world competing for every turn and every second on the track. And who came out on top in this third stage of the season? Our dear Italian Alberto Ascari, who showed all his talent and skill by crossing the finish line in first place. What pride for the Italian fans! Formula 1 races always surprise us, with all the excitement and adrenaline that surrounds each race. And Ascari's victory in the Netherlands only reinforces the importance and fascination that this sport arouses in all of us. Let's continue to follow and cheer for our favorite drivers, always united by the passion for the tracks and speed. Race 4. Did you watch the Belgian Grand Prix of Formula 1, which took place in Spa-Francorchamps on June 21, 1953, my friends? It was an incredible race, full of surprises and emotions, that left fans from all over the world glued to the screen. And who shone once again in this fourth stage of the season? None other than our beloved Italian driver, Alberto Ascari, who showed all his skill and talent by crossing the finish line in first place. What a spectacular victory! Formula 1 races always enchant us with all the magic and adrenaline that surround each event. And Ascari's victory in Belgium only reinforces the love and passion we feel for this special sport. Let's continue rooting for our favorite drivers, always united by the thrill of the tracks and the love for speed. Race 5. The Formula 1 French Grand Prix was a spectacular race held in Reims on July 5, 1953, which entered the history of the category. And do you know why? Because in this fifth stage of the season, we had the first British victory of all time. The shining star on the track was driver Mike Hawthorn, showing that the British also have a lot of talent and skill in the world of Formula 1. What a sensational victory! And once again, the thrill of the tracks infected us. Each race is a new adventure, full of surprises and twists, and that's why we love this sport so much. Let's continue to closely follow the next stages, always rooting for our favorite drivers and celebrating the passion for speed. Race 6. The British Grand Prix? It was an exciting race held in Silverstone on July 18, 1953, that left us breathless. And what an incredible victory by Italian driver Alberto Ascari from Ferrari. He showed all his talent and skill, achieving first place with impeccable driving. But the competition was fierce until the end, with Juan Manuel Fangio, from Maserati, coming in second, and Giuseppe Farina, also from Ferrari, completing the podium in third. These drivers are true icons of Formula 1, always surprising us with their skill on the tracks. It's an honor to be able to watch these races and see these great names in action. And once again, the passion for speed enveloped us and took us to a world of emotions. Let the next stages come, with more adrenaline, more speed, and more excitement. It was the first time in a Formula 1 race that only world champions went up to the podium. Race 7. The Formula 1 German Grand Prix held in Nürburgring on August 2, 1953, was the 7th stage of the season. And the victorious one on the track was Italian driver Giuseppe Farina, from Ferrari team. It was an electrifying race, with a lot of adrenaline and exciting overtakes. The Italian team was on fire, dominating the track and showing what they were made of. And Farina, with his skill and dexterity, managed to cross the finish line in first place, driving the crowd wild. It was an emotional and historic moment for Formula 1. The race also marked the last victory in Giuseppe Farina's career. Race 8. The Formula 1 Swiss Grand Prix was an exciting race held in Bremerton on August 23, 1953. And our beloved Italian driver, Alberto Ascari, conquered victory for the last time in his brilliant career, as well as becoming a world champion for the second time. It was an incredible test, full of adrenaline and excitement. We are all very proud of Ascari and his unparalleled talent. Long live the champion. Race 9. What a thrill! We've reached the end of the 1953 Formula 1 season, and it was an exciting race in Monza. Argentine driver Juan Manuel Fangio made history by securing Maserati's first victory in the category. It was an incredible race, filled with plenty of overtaking maneuvers and fierce battles on the track. Even though he didn't win this race, Italian driver Alberto Ascari had already clinched his second consecutive world championship in the previous race in Switzerland. This season was full of emotions and records, with Ascari winning 7 consecutive races and British driver Mike Hawthorne claiming the first British victory in the category. Here's to the next season. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a like to support our work and leave a comment to let us know what you thought of this content.